Behind me on my bulletin board, I've got some basic chord diagrams. I want to show you how these work. The vertical lines on the chord chart diagrams correspond to the strings of the guitar. So the first line corresponds to the first string of the guitar, so on and so forth. Then these spaces that have the numbers with the circles in them, these spaces correspond to the spaces on the neck of the guitar. We call these frets. Technically, the metal piece that's embedded into the neck of the guitar is called a fret, but when people say put your finger on fret 2, what they actually mean is put your finger on the space that's made between those two metal frets. That's important to know because when you look at these diagrams, like down here we'll look at this E minor chord chart, both of the fingers are on the second space or the second fret. So that tells me that I'm going to need to put both of my fingers on the second fret of the neck of the guitar right there. When you put your fingers down, be careful that you don't put them on the metal pieces. You want to fit both in between for a good, clear sound. What you can do when first looking at a chord chart is I like to put the violin in front of me, so the guitar in front of me so that I'm face to face with it, and then I can kind of line up my guitar neck to the chord chart to figure it out. Once you get the hang of chord charts, you won't have to do that anymore, but that's helpful for starting out. The numbers correspond to your left-hand fingers. Starting with your pointer finger, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor uses 2 and 3, so that would be these two fingers. 2 is going to go second fret on the A string. Remember our phrase to remember the string names. Eddie, 8, dynamite, goodbye, Eddie. So on the 8 or A string is going to be my middle finger, my 2. So I'm going to put it right there. See, I'm on the second string over, second fret. And then my third finger, my ring finger's going to go right next to it, also in the second space or the second fret, but the third line, the D string. So there's my second finger right there, and my third finger right next to it like that. And that's how a chord chart diagram works, and this is what that E minor chord sounds like.